Hi, I just wanted to send you a short video as an overview of the things we've looked at in a couple of classes. And if anybody wanted to join the class, watching this video will give you a taste of what we're doing, help you catch up. So the first thing is our structure and our posture. So important in Taiji to get our feet planted on the ground, which means softening the muscles in the feet to allow the feet to really press onto the ground. Let the weight of gravity press the body down, and the structure of the legs rounding out the thighs like a bent stick, nice willow stick, the knees over the feet at shoulder width and the body upright. We're going to lift between the belly and the sternum. This distance opens, so I'm pushing my shoulders and my chest up. I'm dropping my chin long in the back of the neck and plucking up the crown of the head. It's as if I'm stretching myself like a piece of elastic by slightly pushing up. The knees are never locked, never hyperextended, lightly bent, but I'm pushing up and lifting. In that straight posture, I then take away the tension of lifting and I let gravity press me straight back down. It's like the difference between having a clenched fist when I'm up, loosening that fist. The feeling you get in the fist is over the whole body, softening and allowing gravity just to press me straight back into my structure. That's my standing posture. I scan through with awareness. I'm listening through my body for the muscles that are still tense. Anywhere in my body I can release, I'm softening. And I'm letting the structure of the body support me, not the holding muscles. This is what I'm trying to do when I go into this exercise. When I stretch, I put myself into this upright position. And then when I soften, I'm going straight down. And I'm taking all the unnecessary tension out of the body all the time until my thumbs get to the thighs. I'm still relaxing all the way down. Then I fold my knees and my hips. I push the legs into the ground, straighten them, push the fingertips up. Breathe in, feel for that stretch at the top. At the top of the movement, everything finishes. The in-breath, the pushing up, and I reach the top, and I soften. Make sure I'm in alignment as I go up. Change. This is all releasing. Everything through the whole body is changing to release. I soften my hip joint and I move on to my left leg, turning to about 11 o'clock. If straight ahead is 12, turning to 11 o'clock on my left foot. I fold my knee joint and my hip joint. Turn back to the front, 50-50 weight, up we go again, putting the body into alignment, the chest, crown of the head, the fingertips, top, release. The face softens, the chest softens, the shoulders soften, the abdomen and lower back soften, the legs soften, and I settle, fold. Breathe in. Stretch up, aligned, release. Let go of everything. Let go brow muscles, cheek muscles, jaw, throat, chest, abdomen, groin and buttocks. Settle. Turn to the side. The turning to the side is a softening in the hips to allow my hips to turn, the hips stay level. And I'm stable and upright over my right leg facing 1 o'clock. Then I fold. Come back to the front when I'm 50-50. Stretch, crown of the head, gravity, breathing out, release. Finishing the exercise, everything relaxes, and I just wait like water in a pool. When you throw a stone, the ripples take time to settle. The muscles, the awareness of the tension in the muscles takes time to settle. I want to practice that quality of listening to myself so that I can settle my muscles into the posture I'm looking for. Then I shake out the ankles, shake out the wrists. In the class, we looked at 2 postures in Taiji, and the aim with the postures is to be very stable and very relaxed at the same time. They're 2 contradictions almost. So the first posture we looked at was ward off left. This is the posture of ward off left. And the feet, just going to grab an album just to remind or to show you that the distance between the feet, if I put my back foot with the back of the center of the heel on the corner, and I put my front foot on the corner of the album, you'll see back foot on the corner facing the right foot facing to 1 o'clock, the front foot facing to 12 o'clock. Then my feet are nice and wide, shoulder width, and they're in the right position. My center line goes right into the middle of the album. I'm standing like a letter A. Top of the A-frame, the feet, the legs, and the hips are the crossbar on the letter A. My hips are facing 12 o'clock, the same direction as my left foot. My shoulders are facing 12 o'clock. My body's upright, upright, and release. The arms. The left arm is in a circle. The center of the palm is on the center line of the body, and it's at the height of the sternum. 1 span from the body to the elbow. All the joints are open, and the arm feels circular. It's not collapsed, it's not held tight. It's nice and round, and the shoulder dropped because the whole body is dropped. Don't hold the arm like this, we relax. Let the elbow be lower than the wrist. The right arm is also curved with all the joints open, the thumb touching the thigh. It's as if I'm holding a ball here. My left arm encloses it, my right arm encloses it, and I let that ball sit into the legs. I'll just do it from the side. So you can see the feet position. The feet are planted. The center of the body in the middle of the album. Left arm round. Here's the right arm going, and you can see it's slightly curved, and there's a fist between the body and the elbow. Shoulder relaxed. What I'm doing in this posture is working with my structure and spine, and working with releasing and letting go. And I'd recommend staying in that posture for no more than 30 seconds, because the legs will start to tighten, and you want the legs to be in a relaxed condition. Just 30 seconds of holding that posture, but it's not holding the muscles. It's working with it so you can keep releasing, keep softening, but not collapsing. Keep the structure of the posture, but don't let it collapse. The second posture we did was ward off right. The right foot is forward this time. Again, the feet in the same configuration, with the back toes out towards 11 o'clock. The left foot towards 11. The hips square. The body upright. This time the right hand, the crease of the right hand on the center line of the body, but at the height of the throat. So slightly higher than the last posture. All the joints open, nice round circle. And the left hand, if I do it from the side, the left hand is straight. From the elbow to the fingertip is a straight line. There's no break in it. There's no tension in the hand. It's as if it's just resting on something. 1 span from the body to the elbow, and the hand is up at a 45-degree angle with the fingers looking into the center of the hand. Body's upright, released, feet pressing onto the ground, ward off right. And again, when I'm in the posture, I'm working with it. And what do I call working with it is listening for tensions in the body, listening for where my posture isn't accurate, and listening for tensions in the body where I can soften into the structure of the posture. So I'm combining that quality of relaxation, but I'm also finding that quality of strength in the posture too. One other thing we covered was an exercise for turning the hips smoothly, like oiling the hips, I call it, oiling the hip joints. And with the feet parallel and the body upright, I'm listening for my center line. That's like a thread running through my body. And I'm going to draw that thread across to my left foot and turn to the left. So you can see if it was in the middle, I'm now moving across. I'm still upright, I'm not leaning forwards. I'm relaxing to the left leg. I'm softening onto the left leg, and I'm letting my left hip joint fold. I feel stable and upright. I'm turned to 11 o'clock. And I turn back to 12 o'clock. Feet are 50-50 weighted. Sink and relax onto the right leg. Now, my aim with doing this is to have all the movements coming from the hips or the center of the body. Keeping the hips level, finding smooth, continuous movements of the turning. And when I reach the final place, which is with most of my weight over the foot, I'm upright and I feel grounded and connected and stable. I don't want to be kind of hovering over that leg and then hovering over this leg. No, I'm sinking like sand going through an egg time, and my muscles are relaxing and I'm settling onto my foot. So as I move, so the muscles in the leg are softening to receive my weight, helping me to press onto the ground. And if you look at my knees, you'll see that my knees aren't doing this Elvis Presley thing. My feet aren't rolling on the ground. My knees almost stay in the same place. So when you move, you don't want to be moving the structure of your legs too much. It's the folding in the hip joints. So the body is, on a structural level, the body is like a hinges, the joints are like hinges, and there's tensions within in the body. We want to learn how to use the structure of the body accurately in Tai Chi. So our second exercise is the same standing position, but this time I'm turning, I'm facing 12 o'clock, I'm moving onto my left leg, and I'm turning to 1 o'clock. I'm sinking onto my right leg and I'm turning to 11 o'clock. Hips and shoulders. I don't want my hips to tilt. I want my hips to stay level. So you can put your hands on your hips. Just feel if you can keep them level. And what most people will find doing this is that as you turn, your knee comes in, because there's the hips and the thigh are locked together by the muscles that hold them together. You'll find that your knee moves in and your foot rolls onto the inside edge. We want to counteract that by having an awareness of the knee in place, and the movement is in the hip joint. This exercise is harder than it looks, but it's like playing scales. It's like a training exercise to make sure that when we come to do the Tai Chi itself, our legs aren't all bandy and all over the place. We've got good solid structure, we're good and grounded, and we feel nice and relaxed in our body. Okay, so this is a bit like playing the scales if you do a musical instrument. And when I'm turning, I'm aware of my knee, I'm aware of the foot pressure, and I'm aware that it doesn't roll onto the inside edge, because as my knee comes in, your foot will roll onto the inside edge. So I'm keeping my knee in place, softening into the hip joint, letting myself turn. What you might find is there's tension in the opposite leg as well. We want to relax that leg so that foot is soft. This one's taking all the weight. And as I pour my weight across, this one's becoming stable and this one's becoming soft, empty and full. And I just do half a minute of this, just to get myself used to the feeling of it, used to supporting all my weight on one leg, and to tone the muscles up to do that. If you can go through these exercises gently by yourself, listening for the things I've been highlighting, then you start to train the body to move differently. And I always finish with a shake hand. So I sent another small video with 3 or 4 different exercises in as well. We were doing the opening and closing of the spine. Maybe we were rocking back and forth in our basic bow stance. And you can combine these two, so you might have now